What's going on, guys? This is Miasin and welcome to my Salamangreat combo videos. So before we start, friendly reminder to like and subscribe because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. And yeah, I'll be showcasing 4 combos in this video. 2 of them are actually featuring, you know, like 1 card combos, and then the 2 others will be like what happens when you draw like suboptimal hands. So without further ado, let's get into it. Enjoy, guys. Alright, so I'm going to start the first combo with like a pretty classic one. So it's just the 1 card OTK. 1 lady debug is like, I'm pretty sure 8100 damage. So we're gonna go normal debug, search the gazelle. Obviously you're searching what, spinny at this point? Hell no. So that Valynx is getting the sanctuary, which is gonna allow you to summon the second Valynx, which obviously the only reason why you're really doing this is because you want to send like a Salamangreat to the graveyard so you can actually trigger gazelle from the hand, and that gazelle is going to get like another monster because now you actually have Jaguar access. At this point you can also send Spinny, but Spinny wouldn't be as good because the Spinny would actually get banished. So in a grind game, like in case your OTK gets stopped, it's actually 1 less resource that you get to play with. So Jaguar definitely does make more sense. And also you get to control the amount of Valynx that are in the grave. So if you want like if you want to have 2 Valynx in the grave, then you send Spinny, but if you want to have only 1, then Jaguar is definitely your friend in this situation. So now we're gonna make Update Jammer here. Update Jammer is a really interesting card because you can also make like a big link 4 with it. And also, if you make like an access code talker, you can actually pop so many cards because this deck obviously has like very easy access to like fire, wind, dark. Pretty sure access code is dark. Forgot. Access code is actually earth. Sorry, but yeah. So I mean, at least 3 attributes relatively easily, and then you can actually deal like a gigantic amount of damage. So yeah, now your transcode talker is going to get a second attack thanks to the effect of Update Jammer, and your transcode talker on top of that is also like a monster reborn. So you're gonna revive back that Update Jammer, and now the monsters that are cooling gain actually I think 500 attack including transcode, so 28 transcode that can attack twice with a 25 jammer. So that is 8100 damage indeed, unless I'm really bad at maths. Yeah, 81. And also this part is cute. You can actually use like the very obscure effect of Salamangreat Sanctuary just to gain like 1000 life points, but I mean in theory you can actually like gain a little bit more than that, like 13 I think. Yeah, 13 if you attack twice with transcode first and then once with Update Jammer. But yeah, I mean like the obscure effect of Salamangreat Sanctuary really just has no reason to exist. It most of the time doesn't like impact like the outcome of a game anyways. So yeah, anyways, that is how you kill your opponent with 1 debug. And obviously it's really easy to have this setup. It doesn't need to be like debug specifically. So if you have like Jaguar and Spinny, or like Foxy Spinny, Foxy Jaguar, well, it's still game. So this deck actually, it does so much with only 1 or 2 cards, and this is the reason why it was meta for the longest time. And I think even right now, while people are forgetting about it, it's still a very good deck, unfortunately, because I'm getting tired of this deck, but it is still very much alive. So yeah, we're going to go into the 3 other combos now. Alright, so pretty much Formid Skipper is actually a really interesting card on its own, so I'm going to show this right now. And also it is another one of those 1 card OTKs in case you want to play like that version of the deck. And this combo isn't just exclusive to like Salamangreat, but I mean if you are playing this like outside of Salamangreat, then you have to play like Sanctuary or some other weird cards. But when you actually, first of all, Formid Skipper has 2 effects. The first one allows you to like copy the name of like a link monster from your extra deck when you're trying to use Formid Skipper as a link material. But like that would be good if you're trying to copy a Sunlight Wolf to like kind of cheat the weird way to like make Sunlight Wolf, but it's only good if you hard draw Sanctuary. Otherwise you actually have to like still make the Valynx so you can actually search it, and you can only trigger Parallel Exceed when you are special summoning a link monster while you already have Parallel Exceed on the field. So yeah, if you already hard drew this, then you would make Sunlight Wolf and then like you would summon it again. Well, I mean yeah, and then you would trigger Parallel Exceed, then special summon another Parallel Exceed. So yeah, so now you're going to special summon another one, and at this point there are 2 things that you can do. Well, actually there are so many things that you can do. Since you have 2 level 4 monsters on the field, you can double or nothing with like Utopia package. You can make Update Jammer again into transcode and to kill your opponent. Or I mean yeah, no non-Cybers effects have been used. I mean everything here is Cybers, so that's how you can tell if you are using transcode like correctly, if you are allowed to use transcode. Or you can just make like a rank 4 monster. You can make like Rafflesia in order to play around Nibiru through, because if you can send a Gravedigger's Hole, then you can actually play around a lot of hand traps, and then you can actually use your other cards from there. So it was just a 1-card combo to get all of that access. So you're pretty much like one Gazelle or like one extender away from being able to play a little bit more than that. So very, very nice. And we're going to jump into the 2 other combos, which are combos when you don't really draw too well. So let's get into it. Alright, so for this combo, as you can see, I have 2 really, really good cards in my hand, but then I have the Scythe, which is the awkward card. Obviously, if you draw Artifact Sanctum, it's infinitely better because you already know what you can do. Obviously, you can send like Rage Roar, and then, you know, set up like a pretty nice board, and then you have your Sanctum into the Scythe, then you kind of just win there. But if you actually draw the Scythe, you have to do something really weird if you want to be able to play off of this, and I'm going to show you how you can do this in the most optimal of ways. So your Jaguar is gonna get is gonna summon the Veilings, which now you're allowed to trigger the Gazelle, and then search Sanctuary. Now you actually have to send the Rage. The Rage actually has 2 effects. Either either you can actually target a Link monster that is used, like I think that was Reincarnated Link, and then pop cards your opponent controls, specifically your opponent controls, without targeting up to the Link rating, or you are allowed to just send like a Salamangreat monster from your hand or field to destroy any card on the field, since this time, however, it does target. But the important thing about this is that you can actually destroy any card on the field, so including your own field. So you're actually gonna get access to Rage just so you can pop your own Scythe, which is very unique. It's the one combo where not using relink effect of Rage is actually better. I mean, yeah, obviously, otherwise, you know, if I had the choice between a Scythe that just skipped my opponent's turn or like a Rage that doesn't necessarily get me there, trust me, I would definitely pick the Scythe. So now your Sunlight Wolf is going to recur back the Rage. You can Jaguar shuffle, like put back the Sunlight Wolf in the extra deck, special summon it, recur back Gazelle, so that's all cool. Alright, so now you get Gazelle, and now you set your Artifact Scythe and your Rage, and during your opponent, I mean, you can use this during your opponent's standby or draw phase. You're gonna go Salamangreat Rage, and then you're actually going to send the Jaguar and destroy your own Scythe. So I'm going to show what's going to happen because it's actually quite spicy. So now, obviously, since you send a Salamangreat monster, you can actually trigger the Gazelle from the hand. The Scythe has been destroyed, so it will trigger from the grave. Alright, and now you're summoning to a zone Sunlight Wolf points to, so you can actually recur back a fire monster from your grave, so the Jaguar. So I guess it's just like an extra normal summon for next turn. And then the Gazelle also triggers, so you can get another +1 in the form of Falco, which is going to reset back the Rage. Falco is also very interesting for next turn because you can actually put back Gazelle into your hand, summon back a level 4, then normal summon Jaguar, make a rank 4, and then you kind of just win because you have a Gazelle in your hand, you have like a Sunlight Wolf, you can loop Rage multiple times. You can actually just use this right away, pop 2 cards, and then recycle back instantly. So in like simplified game state, there's just no way you can lose. So that was pretty much it for the 3rd combo. Now let's jump into the 4th and final one. Alrighty, so this combo is pretty much what you can do when you have like a hand that doesn't really have Gazelle, but your opponent doesn't have much either. So we're going to pretty much be utilizing Hita to like a really unique way. So the goal is to have to end on like 3 monsters on the field, because otherwise, I mean, you won't be able to do too much. So your Foxy is going to trigger, then send the Spinny, and here is the important part. So you're going to be using these 2 into Hita, and Hita is 1850, so as long as you can crash into a stronger monster, well, you're good. So you're gonna die, and then search Gazelle, and then you see we have a monster that can already make Veiling, so it's kind of like as if we already had the Gazelle since turn 1. So Gazelle was going to send Jaguar, which is, you know, by far the best out of all the small Salamangreat monsters that aren't Gazelle, obviously, because it is the one that you always keep in the grave and doesn't really have like a really bad cost. I mean, Foxy, you have to discard like Salamangreat monster, well, I mean a Salamangreat card, and then Spinny just gets banished, so Jaguar is the best, like recursion wise. You're going to make Sunlight Wolf, reincarnate Link, and then Jaguar, then get your Gazelle. And yeah, if you had like a spell or trap in the grave, then the Sunlight Wolf would have like an extra effect, and then you can actually like turn on your Rage and your Roar. But yeah, that's pretty much how we do it. And once again, if you had like Scythe, you could do the same, but that's going second, so probably wouldn't be too important. But anyways, that is pretty much all I had to say for this combo video. If you have any comments or feedback, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.